That's a fun way to start the day, isn't it? Just whopping the balloon. The helium's lost all its power, so it was just laying on the floor, but he's loving it like this. And technically we didn't start the day that way. We started the day with loads of beeping and buzzing because the power went out for like an hour. Good job. Apparently half of the city's power was out this morning. Awesome. Well, we're getting everybody dressed and ready. Look at how cute these two little ones look. They actually look kind of similar, except his shirt is orange. And of course Duncan's still watching Sunday with Lucky Blocks. And Ellis is about to have some breakfast before we go running out the door. And I've actually seen a couple of comments coming in on yesterday's vlog just talking about the image quality and the audio quality. Yeah, comparing the image and audio between the LX100 and the Canon G7X, the LX100 is probably going to win in terms of the image quality. The audio quality, though, I was kind of surprised. But this clip here should kind of give you an indication of the problem that I have with the LX100. I've turned on continuous autofocus, so it should be focusing all the time, meaning one, it's probably going to be going in and out of focus because of the lighting. But two, listen to the background, aside from having the air conditioner on. That continuous autofocus, it clicks. I can't really hear it right now, but I know it's doing it. Anyway, the problem that I ended up having with the G7X, I don't know if this is going to be an isolated thing or if it's like that's the way that it is. It took 45 minutes for that 15-minute video to render last night. 45 minutes. Now, I told it afterwards to go ahead and render a second time just to see, and it took 4. Don't know if maybe that's because it had already transcoded everything it needed to or what. I would almost need to do another full day on the G7X to really be sure, but if you have ever used the G7X with iMovie, let me know how the experience was for you, because the LX100, when I hit render on it, it's less than 2 minutes, usually 1 minute for these vlogs, 10 to 15 minute vlogs, usually a minute to 2 minutes because my laptop's really powerful. So 45 minutes last night was painful. I sat there and waited through it. I watched some YouTube videos, I rested, and then I finally hit the upload button and said, I forget it, I go to bed. And it's time for some lunch. Having some sushi and hibachi and whatever else. Ellis is just having the best time. Doing a bento box. Got some chicken, some sushi, some pork pot stickers. Duncan got a bunch of rice. Oh, you got some chicken too. What'd you do, steak?
Steak and chicken.
Steak and shrimp. And Ellis has a toy. It's the best car ever. Well, that was a super close one. We had our lunch and we're getting ready to leave and everything. We got out to the car. Christina's actually changing Ellis's diaper in the trunk. One of the ladies from the restaurant came running out and said, "Excuse me, I think you forgot your camera. I left you guys. I forgot you. I'm sorry. Let's go home."
Down there.
Yeah,
There we go.
A bunch of animals.
That's where all the animals went.
Yep, all the animals must be down there. By the way, we're at the pumpkin patch. Yay. Here we go.
I'm gonna feed the goats.
We went there.
This is Ellis's first time here. He has no idea what's going on.
He didn't like me. Come on, see? Sit.
Nom, 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 nom.
It doesn't matter.
Feeding the sheep now.
It's like a person's tongue.
We're not gonna go out to the patch this time around, so we're gonna look at some of these. Sorry for the wind, but we're gonna look at some of these they got over here, see if we can find anything. It's a nice little one.
Duncan likes that one. I found
There's
one
some
more.
big ones. Oh, this big one right here. Oh, and look at all the skeletons in here. And there's the Santa Claus in the corner. Oh, a spooky Santa. And our trip to the pumpkin patch has come to an end. We took a little bit of time, took a few pictures and stuff, some family portraits and whatnot. I actually brought the LX100 with the ND fader on there. I think Kyle recommended that, so it turned out, I think, pretty well. So hopefully you guys are enjoying some of the pictures as I show them here. And if they did turn out well, thanks so much for the recommendation, Kyle. I don't know what'll happen to this camera once I switch to the next one that comes, but it's definitely pretty decent in terms of photo quality. Now I've got to go pick Christina up. Duncan's working on his reading for school, and it's a Snoopy book. Ellis is liking it. His teacher has a requirement that he has to read 20 minutes every night at least. And she sends home a little packet where he has to write down what he read and whether it was fiction or nonfiction, how long he read for, and give a brief description of what he read, or start with some sort of a guiding sentence like, "I believe this happened because," or "the story was about," or so on and so forth. So it's actually really good for helping develop kids' reading skills. And Duncan is actually a pretty decent reader when he's patient and takes the time to actually sound the words out properly, because there are some really long words that he knows, which, good stuff. But yeah, the rest of the evening so far, we've basically just been watching YouTube videos, and Christina ran out to Kroger to pick up all of the groceries and whatnot while we hung out here and I took care of the boys. Ellis had a little nap, and I'm gonna go ahead and overlay this picture here. He was in his jumper, he was having a great time. I looked at my computer for a minute or two. I looked up because it got really quiet all of a sudden, and this happened. And it was just absolutely adorable, but as soon as I saw it, I took a photo, and then I immediately got him out of there and laid him down on this mat, and he was good to go for a little while. He took a nap. And a bit of a random thought here, but after all that trick-or-treating and everything last night, and after each of us eating a piece or two of candy, this is all the candy that we got for both of the boys last night, so it wasn't a huge amount of candy. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess depending on how you think about it, there are 2 more trick-or-treating sessions. There's going to be one with the church in a couple of weeks, and then a couple of days after that is actually Halloween, so there's going to be a lot more candy entering this house, and we're going to have to figure out ways to ration it out so that I don't end up eating too much. And as I mentioned the other day, I'm getting back onto my trying to eat healthier kick. I say as I've got a little piece of candy in my mouth right now, just a hard candy. Anyway, I'm gonna get back in there and have fun with the reading times. And actually, taking a little bit of a detour on the way back in there, I realized I got a couple of packages over the weekend that I didn't mention, didn't say anything about. And these are things that are gonna end up on the main channel. First one is the Azul Access Plus mini PC stick. I've done videos about 2 of their PC sticks at this point, as well as one of their little mini desktops. This one though comes with 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, Windows 10, and the Cherry Trail Z8300. So basically, it's just like the little box that I took a look at, but with more RAM, and in this little teeny tiny form factor. So really looking forward to checking that out. And the other thing is this Gonovate G8 Bluetooth earbud. I made a video a little while back about a Gonovate G10. It's a little earbud, it's got a little charger. It's actually, I don't think it's the one, I think that had a plug-in like little barrel connector. This one has a USB connector that it just magnetically clips into, so definitely looking forward to checking that one out. And if I remember right, the G10 sounded amazing, so the G8 hopefully will sound just as good. Good stuff. This is how we're wrapping up our night. She's cuddling up with the boy. Duncan's up in bed. We're watching Roman's latest vlog. Hopefully he'll fall asleep sometime soon and we'll get everything wrapped up. And unfortunately, I've got to go into the office in the morning. I have training first thing in the morning at work for 2 hours. And I'm going to get a flu shot, and I'm probably going to go see the doctor about I've got a bit of an upper respiratory ear infection, sinus infection thing going on, so I'm going to see if I can get something for that. So tomorrow's going to be a super fun day. And on top of that, I've got a couple of meetings, so anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up there for today. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. I know we got a lot of stuff done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all the footage from the pumpkin patch and from the zoo yesterday and everything. Let us know what your favorite parts of it were. Ours were all of it. Except for all the painful parts, because ow. Anyway, we will see you again tomorrow. Bye guys.